And we are live. Just gonna get the link for people who might want to watch.
It's not ominous.
Pardon, sir?
That's not an ominous title at all.
I chose it to make you guys squirm.
What?
It's working.
The title.
Fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Oh shit, oh god. I just realized that I left the stove on.
That's a very bold, bingo card you've got there, Sonia.
It is.
The first
sure
roll being a
is.
crit is a very big gamble.
You're really going. Yeah, you're really going for it.
What do you
Better go big or go home, huh?
what do you consider a crit? A 12 plus or two double sixes?
As long as it's max roll, I'd say.
Okay. Two double sixes.
Max roll, so triple six plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Keep at smug, human experimentation, how fun, Pillarmon does an oopsie. Let's see if I can make these happen.
Pillarmon doesn't look so work for me too.
So we start the session and Pillarmon's pooped the bed. He's done an oopsie. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, shall we just make a start? I don't know if Logan's gonna come. He hasn't written in the chat or anything. So yeah, we'll just kick things off, I think.
Do pings even work on?
I mean, I've tried pinging him before and he hasn't really responded. So you can try pinging him if you want and see if he responds. We'll give him till 1:15 and then if he's not here, we'll just start.
Maybe by pinging him elsewhere? Who knows? Don't know. Well,
Nice weather we're having.
I'll try DMing
actually not that.
because maybe DMs will work better.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so. It's
Hot as shit.
28 degrees centigrade outside. No, it's really fucking hot.
Yeah, it is. It really fucking is. The AC is
Not
working
that-
overtime here.
Not very hot
Yeah.
in here, but it's raining a lot. So I don't know.
You have rain. Wow.
Lots of
Well,
storms.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky because I'm in an air conditioned or temperature controlled basement basically. Been here for the
That's
whole day. I
nice.
didn't even notice that it's so hot outside until I went to get some groceries and I almost died on the like. It's not even like 50 meters to the store, and Jesus
Oh my
fucking
God.
Christ.
Like, I get out of my room in the furnace. I don't even have to leave the house.
Here in England, we don't have air conditioning in homes, so it's just.
How do you survive?
Well, we don't usually get very hot weather. It's usually raining like 90%
Yeah,
of the year.
it's an island, so.
So when we get our 2 weeks of summer, we just swelter and die for 2 weeks. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
It's so humid as well there, so Jesus Christ, that must be awful.
A trip to the supermarket is a blessing because they're the only buildings that actually have air conditioning, it seems. Even my work doesn't have air conditioning, so not good.
Ooh.
We just hit 1:15. Not heard back from Logan yet. I just
One day.
the last DM that I said was also, "Hey, are you able to come to the session?" with no reply. So I don't know if he'll be able to reply or not.
Man.
But yeah. So previously on Digimon Vortex, you guys got a nice dancey play around session. Taisto taught the town how to tango to very bad Geckomon music. Sonia, you went and you had that parchment from Mummymon where he told you that this parchment was a one-way communication system with the Digiassassins who are based in Witchenley, and it was either you or Kageyaki, or was it Taisto? It was one of you three. He gave the tip that it could potentially be used in the ritual to breach a gate to Witchenley, amongst other items that you would necessarily require. And Kageyaki, you were helping Mummymon discover a way to resurrect Arukenimon without harming other Digimon. And you actually did come to a good conclusion, which was to take her to Sekamon and have him rebirth her with her memories using the trinkets that Ghostmon and Wizardmon carry. You still need to figure out where to get one of those. He entrusted you with her Digicore, so take great care of that, otherwise Mummymon will not be happy.
I wonder why.
And yeah, you had a nice session. Well, I don't say nice, it was more lots of interpersonal conflict, especially with the Digimon stoking the fires. And you eventually came back together when Angelwomon attacked the city. The entire city stood still, frozen in this dark fog, and Angelwomon was attacking. She came there to test you guys to make sure that you could work as a team, and that you were able to prevent the oncoming darkness, which she believes, and her boss, Shiribimon, believes to be Seraphimon of the Three Great Angels. But, you know, there's plenty of darkness in this world. They may be wrong, but they told you of Seraphimon and what he's done in the world, how he's the cause of all the Digimon racism towards virus-type Digimon, how he was the one who's been sending virus-type Digimon to the Dark Zone without trial, and how Sekamon was employed by him, but Sekamon obviously doesn't realise that Seraphimon's sending the wrong people. And that Seraphimon's doing this so that he could maintain power over the digital world. He revealed that the Three Great Angels had set up the Great Reset, which had happened, I'm assuming, many digi years ago, but who knows, the time in the digital world doesn't work very well. It could have been 20 minutes ago for all we know. And after the reset, only Digimon with the X antibody survived, and the digital world reset and started anew, and the Three Great Angels took over as the leading power in the digital world, protecting Yggdrasil, even becoming bosses to the Royal Knights, who have been decimated by the virus, where some of them thought the purge was necessary and that Yggdrasil's word is final, and others decided, you know what, this isn't right, and we're going to fight for it. And it turns out that the ones that were fighting to survive didn't win, and they've been purged from the digital world, probably revived as some Digi-Egg somewhere. Shuribimon asked you for your help. He said that we need to take down Seraphimon by all means necessary. He did mention that Ophanimon is kind of indifferent. So long as she has a seat of power, she doesn't care what happens in the digital world. So long as she gets to sit on one of the thrones, she doesn't care. So she's a potential ally, but also a liability. And he also mentioned that he'd already got the support of one of the Royal Knights, Jesmon, to help him take down Seraphimon and potentially Ophanimon if she gets in the way. Obviously, they've got the other Royal Knights, which I've listed in the chat, looking after them. So the Royal Knights that are living, I believe it's in the chat, but it's been buried. Gankumon, Magnamon, Jesmon, Lord Knightmon, Leopardmon, and they believe Examon is alive, but they haven't actually seen him in a long time. And that's where we left off. Shuribimon flew back up into the heavens and left you to your devices to ponder. You now have two conflicting goals. The first is to take out Seraphimon. The second is to go to Witchenly and try and recover Einari, who was kidnapped by Karamon. Because Sonia's vision told you that he'd appear
and Wizardmon,
and to get to Wizardmon's egg, to make sure that he is restored with his memories intact. And that's where we left off. I believe Shuribimon actually said that if you helped him, he would help you in turn get to Witchenly. But correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I have two questions.
Sure.
About the recap.
Sure.
First of all, when you said, especially with the Digimon stoking the fires, you mean especially with Cutemon, the little shit stoking the fires, right?
Hey, it's not all Cutemon, alright? Doraemon put his fair share in, okay? But yeah.
And second, what the fuck do you mean with terrible music from Gekomon? The music was excellent. The fuck are you on about?
I mean, you turned a proper nice tango into this weird trumpet music, so... yeah, we'll say that they had brilliant music.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You rest your case. Right, so where should we pick up then? So you've been left to ponder Churubimon's offer. He's basically said, please help us, and you said, we'll think about it, basically. And he said, he can't give you a way to the heavens, but perhaps you can find your own way there. Perhaps if they send another battalion to attack you, you'll be able to find a way up by using one of them.
Hopefully we don't have to wait every time they come and attack us for this. But
yeah, you're left in Icon City. The fog lifts and the music restarts playing from the Gekomon, and you're left somewhat bewildered at the challenge and that you've managed to pass, the trial that you managed to pass at Churubimon's hands. You managed to come together as a team in the end, despite Doraemon's worries, and yeah, you managed to fend off Angelamon from killing any of you, and prove to her that you have not only control over like light inside you, the hope and the courage and the knowledge that you possess, but also the darkness too. You yourself, Sonia, managed to control that as well, which was a first. It's the first time you've ever managed to control your inner darkness.
Hooray! That's totally not going to backfire this episode.
I mean, we have said that you've activated your
Now about
your what's it called, the
Chaotic powers.
Chaotic powers curse. That's what it's called. I always get them mixed up with Whispers of Doubt, so I wanted to say the right one. So yeah, let's kick things off in the aftermath of what just happened.
the music.
I'd like to ask, firstly, I know Kageyaki, you're a very protective person by nature, despite not really showing that you care. What's your first instinct after Icon City got attacked, despite it being like a test? Like, Icon City was vulnerable. There were potentially innocent Digimon that could have been hurt here. What's your first instinct?
I mean,
that happens?
that's not even the first time we were attacked.
Yeah, exactly. The Angemon attack before as well. Your presence here is putting people in danger.
I'm not sure. Complicated, like, if we leave them, the virus type Digimon are also here, so they'll probably. But right now he's going to focus on Doraemon because we got a revelation that's important to him.
The revelation that you could come together as a team, you mean?
No, the revelation that the reset was actually because of Seraphimon.
Oh, yes.
Important.
Yeah, very important. Yeah, I feel like Doraemon would be angry, right? Like, he fought in that great war to try and prevent Yggdrasil causing the reset, and he's found out that Seraphimon's caused it. How do you think Doraemon would react in a situation like that? Would he maybe let out some of his prior incarnation's personality and like aggressively want to take on Seraphimon, or do you think his newer, more reserved personality would take hand and he'd think things through first?
Well, for starters, he spent so long punching himself over, thinking that it was actually him that caused it. So learning that the good guys are actually
the
cause,
good guys.
The cause of all of this is bound to get him furious, rightfully so.
Definitely. Cool. So I think we see Doraemon, like, after Chubimon leaves, he literally, like, he looks like he's just got this internal struggle going on, and he storms over to a nearby sign and just shoots a metal ball at it, and it like smashes. He's basically done the equivalent of somebody punching a hole in the wall.
But he actually can.
Yeah, but he actually can't because he doesn't have fists. What's the first thing you do to try and comfort Doraemon in what he's going through? Because he's been punishing himself this whole time for what happened because he didn't manage to stop the reset. He punished himself for not being able to do that.
Oh boy. Well. Think positive. I mean, I told you it wasn't actually because of you, and the good thing is that we will eventually punch the asshole in the face, so...
But there's no bringing everyone back, Kageaki. He murdered an entire world of people.
Yeah, he did.
All to go on top. And I couldn't stop him. It's because of me that everyone's dead. Because I couldn't stop him. I didn't even know that Seraphimon had caused this.
Okay, come on now. You're smarter than to just blame yourself for something that was effectively out of your hands, right?
Could you roll to comfort and support him? Plus kind. Which you've been getting more kind over the last few episodes, so hopefully...
I am a plus! What the fuck? Excuse me?
Yeah, everybody's been seeing you as this really kind person over the past few days. Like, you don't show it on the outside, but they know on the inside that you're a really nice person and you're more relatable than you look.
Okay, that's a plus one, I guess.
And don't forget you get influence over Doraemon, so it's plus 3.
Yeah, that is... Nope, it's plus 1. I'm angry.
Oh, you're angry too? Okay.
I'm always angry at my secret cup.
Still, a plus 1 to kind.
11!
Almost a crit.
Cool.
Hey,
So,
if you need a team and help me on this, you can take your bingo square.
cool.
Worth it.
Feel free to clear a condition from yourself unless you want to add team to the pool, because you're over 10
No.
plus.
Fuck right out of here, angry.
What does it look like when you comfort Doraemon then? Because you said, don't let it be all about you, like it wasn't your fault. Like, and he's beating himself up because he knows it wasn't his fault, but he didn't stop it. What does it look like when Kageyaki like opens up and comforts and supports someone sincerely without the logical angle or a more emotional level?
I think it's less so Kagayaki knowing how to talk because he fucking doesn't, and more so the fact that Doraemon really trusts him, and now that there is actual evidence on top of Kagayaki still insisting that it wasn't him, he can finally accept that, I guess. So basically that.
Okay, cool. So we see you like reassure him that you can trust him, like so you can trust Kageyaki, that you'll stop it from happening again if it's going to happen again, and you'll take down Seraphimon together. And he looks very reassured at that. His insecurities go away. He sincerely thanks you from the bottom of his heart. He's like, "Thank you, Kageyaki. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have your calming influence here."
I was there for you, buddy.
I feel like you've really grown, Kageyaki. You've changed a lot since we first met. I hope you realize that.
Oh, I sure fucking have.
You used to be very cold and calculated and, well, alone. Well, now, look at you. You're the one keeping everyone together.
For the record, I'm still calculating.
But you're calculating with everybody's thoughts in the process. I think he's trying to raise your... I'd say lower your unique, raise your kind. Do you accept that?
Let's go, max kind, max kind.
Let's max out Kageyaki's kind, shall we?
That's too fucking fun not to do. Come on, now I can say no to that. Max can't like mark the fucking calendar, boys. You never see this again.
And somehow his uniques hit 0.
What the fuck is this?
Cool.
Who the fuck is this person?
Yeah, this isn't like Kageyaki at all. Like he's
Oh
not...
shit, we're back in Sonia's nightmare dimension. Oh no! Oh no! Not again!
And you all wake up, and Sleepmon's there, and there's a cracking statue. No. Yeah, so we see that like heartwarming scene between you and Doraemon play out, where he sort of compliments you on how much you've changed and grown, and you can actually comfort somebody for once. And like I think he really respects that you've, like, despite your differences with Taisto, you still work together as a team, and he saw that it worked as well.
You do.
And I think the next thing Doraemon does is he gets up and he walks over to you, Taisto, and he like kicks the dirt in front of him. He looks a bit coy and he says, "Listen, I'm sorry, Taisto, for what I said earlier. It caused a big argument that didn't need to be, and I was wrong."
Kagayaki chose to keep it to himself that he wasn't wrong.
Thanks. To be fair, you weren't entirely wrong. I've done what you and Cutemon said was also very accurate, and I'm sorry for not being the most not having been the most reliable in the past. It's so let's call it even.
Sure. But for what it's worth, Cutemon took it too far.
Well,
there's a certain quality that can grow from being alone. He says as he looks over at Kageyaki. When you're alone, you get to work on yourself and improve and come back even stronger when you work as a team. I think that the time apart that you took was necessary. I think Cutemon's just a little bit hurt from how he was abandoned in his past, and, well, he projected that onto you, and that's not fair. He says as he raises your superior and lowers your unique.
He can try.
Does that mean you're gonna try and stop him?
Can you say again what the things were?
Raise superior, lower unique.
Oh, okay. I was like raise reckless and lower unique, and I was like, yeah, sure. Superior and unique. Well, I don't think I can afford to try and resist, because if I lose, his dice is gonna flip out, and no one's gonna like that very much. I think I'll take it for now. It's going to even out my labels a bit. Yeah, I accept that.
Sure. What does it look like when you accept that? Like, what do you do to sort of show that you hear him?
That's actually a very good question. So the central thesis of what Dorman is proposing is that basically exactly what Daisto has been saying all along is that he basically needed a bit of time apart in order to get his head in the right place or something like that.
Yeah, in order to grow and improve, you need to sometimes do it by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not naturally a very solitary person, but at the time, I don't think I could have been with you guys. Besides, there were some things that needed to be taken care of that would have distracted from the goal of the other goal we had at the time. Besides, in Cutemon's defense, how would you behave if your partner was LARPing a T-beam non-stop?
For the past 5 years.
for the past several eternities.
For the past insert timestamp here. Yeah, he only wakes up briefly from his T-post coma, does something badass, and then goes back to being a T-post. Yeah, I think I think he feels like his apologies gone a long way, and he sort of like gives you this nod of like thank you, but then he says, as an offhand comment, and I want to know how Taisto takes this. He says, you and Kageyaki are a lot more similar than you might think. And then he recoils back to Kageyaki.
Don't know about that one.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that one either.
But yeah.
Oh well.
he goes back to Kageyaki and starts talking in the background to him, and we'll cut to Sonia. Pillarmon, we're gonna cut back a couple of minutes ago while that was going on. Pillarmon de-digivolves from Sleep Mom back into Pillarmon. In fact, she probably goes a stage further down and digivolves back into whatever your in-training form is, if you want to tell us what that is.
It was Moonmon, if I remember properly. Yep.
Moonmon. Cool. So she de-digivolves back down into Moonmon and lands in your arms. She looks exhausted. She looks up at you with these big, cute baby eyes. And she says, We did it, Sonia. We managed to control it.
Yes, we did. But you're so small. Are you okay?
Just tired, Sonia.
Just okay. We'll put you to bed. You did good today. You did well.
It took so much out of me just to keep it in check. The darkness inside, it's so strong. But I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we proved them wrong.
Yes. Well, we'll not do it every day, but I'm proud of you.
We proved them wrong that I'm not a monster. When we work together, we're better than anything. We have control over this darkness, and we'll make it our own.
Yeah, you're right. We will. Totally will. Now, you just go take a nappy nap.
I think she's lowering your reckless rating to superior when she says that.
Sure.
And she
see anything.
falls asleep in your arms as she says it. She clonks out completely and starts this little adorable, cute snore noise. Out of curiosity, guys. Understandably, Pablo is unconscious, so he's definitely not here.
He's in a fucking coma at this point.
What would your character's reactions be to Zachary? Because obviously, he didn't participate in Angelmon's challenge. Cutemon had to go find him wherever he was, because he ran away from the forest fire. What's going through your character's head about Zachary right now?
Wait, hold on. Who's Zachary?
Who's Zachary?
Yeah. That basically wrapped up this. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
He's me so much that I can't really play this well.
I mean, I don't know what I'd even think about this, since the situation is... Well, we know it's not really natural and stuff, so I don't know if I could roleplay that.
Okay, I was just more wondering if in canon, whether your characters would have issue with him not appearing and helping.
Well, he's usually he's usually
I
helping by healing people off screen and such. So
yeah, we do usually come up with something for him to do off screen. I think this is me as a player, not as
of course.
I don't think it's very fair in one way to really blame the character for the fact that his player isn't here either. So there's it's mostly a lot of convenient closing of eyes towards whatever is going on with Zachary, and then pretending there are no issues when Logan is actually here to play him. Because it would be very unfair to just go on. Welcome back, Zachary. Here's all the things that you didn't participate in, so fuck you. Which would probably not promote him actually appearing in the show in the future. So basically, the answer is no opinion, because it's a can of worms that I don't want to deal with.
Fair enough. It's just the in-universe explanation for him not being part of that fight the other day was because he ran away, and I didn't know whether your characters would have anything to say about that. But if not, that's fine. We can move on. So yeah, you're left with the city none the wiser to being attacked. Pillowmon has fallen asleep as a baby. Ghostmon returns to you, Taisto. He de-digivolves from Misty Mom. He looks a little bit worse for wear. He did have a big scrap with Angelomon. And he says, I think we did good, Taisto.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we definitely managed to prove ourselves here, and, well, I think we proved everyone else wrong, huh? We make a great team. Listen, I know that Cherubimon needs our help, but what about Wizardmon? He doesn't have a lot of time. I don't know if we can afford to spend time going to the heavens and helping, and not going to Witchenly and not prioritizing his memories. Not to mention that we might miss Einari if we help with Cherubimon's goal. I'm conflicted. You see him look down at his corporeal feet float thing, whatever his legs are, as he sort of knows he's being selfish, but at the same time, like, you know, this is a major priority for him.
I've been thinking about that as well. Come on, let's take a walk. I mean, flow. You get the point. That's just walking towards, you know, a bit farther away from everyone else. You know, just some privacy. I don't really like the situation. It's been so long since Einari was kidnapped again by Geramon, and I didn't like the fact that we had to deal with so many other things in between as well, with, you know, Hexablaumon, Dark Zone, Sekermon, Holy Angelmon. It's on my mind every single day that the clock is ticking for us, and every day we spend doing something else means that I might not ever be able to see Einari again. And it hurts a lot, but I don't think we have a choice here. The fate of the entire digital world rests on the balance. If we act selfish now, that means that so many others will have to pay the price.
But what if Cherubimon's wrong? What if Seraphimon isn't the darkness we're here to defeat? What if he's just some horrible Digimon that caused a genocide, and there's some even greater darkness on the horizon?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't seem like Cherubimon would be wrong about something like this. I mean, it might not be that Seraphimon is the great evil that we're here to defeat, but he has a plan. He's going to come and, you heard what Cherubimon said, he's going to launch an offensive and he's going to purge the digital world. If we let him do that, the deaths of everyone in the digital world will be on us. Besides, we don't yet know of a way into Witchelny, and if we manage to deal with this Seraphimon problem quick enough, we can get the help of Cherubimon, and with Cherubimon's power, we will be in a much better place.
But Taisto,
to actually...
I do know a way back to Witchenly. Much faster than Cherubimon. But, I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid. He says. when I ran away and went to see the site where Mumimon, well, tried to resurrect the dead, I was confronted by Karamon.
What? You didn't tell me about this.
He told me that he could get us to Witchenley, no questions asked, but he required something in return, and, well, I turned him down because it was far too valuable. Was I stupid,
What did he
Taisto?
ask?
Well,
Your life?
he wanted you and your Digivice. Well, you're way too precious to me, but I don't know if we could. He seemed reasonable enough. Maybe we could have bartered, but I know that making a deal with Karamon only leads to destruction and death. I declined, but I know how important it is for us to get to Witchenley. If he's the fastest way, then maybe we should hear him out. He looks conflicted. He stares down at the little pendant that contains his Wizardmon's memories and starts flipping it through his fingers.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I don't. Ghostmon, you've seen what happens when someone deals with Karamon. There's Mumimon. There's Hexablaumon. Even if it seems innocuous, surely whatever Karamon asks is going to just make it that much worse.
I know.
But I don't know. If we could somehow trick Karamon. No, that's hubris.
It's like you said, Taisto. If we tricked Karamon and went to Witchenley, well, we'd be leaving the digital world to ruin. Seraphimon will press his offensive.
No, it depends on how fast we are.
And we won't be there to stop him.
Ah! Yes. Ah!
I don't know if that's in character or out of character now.
I just don't see anything else we could be doing. There's no way to Witchelney that doesn't involve making a deal with a literal Satan. And even if we did have a way, it would cost the digital world their peace and security. And why does it have to be us?
What if it didn't have to be us? Well, Karamon said he only needed a Digidestined and a Digivice. He mentioned you because you're my partner, but if one of the others were to volunteer... Oh no, it's too cruel to have someone do that, though. He says, see, looks away, he's like, just ignore me, Taisto, I'm just getting caught up in my own thoughts.
Oh my god.
Someone else. If someone else was to... Well, let's head back. It's a lot to think about, but I think we, as much as I hate it, I think we're currently on the right path.
So yeah, you guys float back to the others.
Which it didn't
or
have to
walk
be
back the
us.
others.
Yeah, walk and float.
Yeah, walk and float. I guess can be left up to your own devices now. You're back. You're still in Icon City. Had some heavy heart-to-hearts there, but if you want to do anything in particular while you're still in Icon City, now's the time to do it. Really.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Then I'll go talk to Sonia for a few minutes, I guess. Shouldn't take too long.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
And it took the rest of the session.
I would be very fucking surprised and equally impressed. There's really not that much to say.
Yeah, are you going to talk for 2 hours, Kageyaki? Is that the plan?
Okay. So, where would you be?
Well, right now, considering Moon Mom is falling asleep, she's probably going back to her own hut / house / whatever it is at this point, to tuck her in bed.
I think this is a really cute scene where there's like 3 beds. There's a Gabumon in one, Otamamon in the middle, and then you've just tucked Pillowmon into the bed. Or I guess Moonmon at the moment.
Yep.
Okay, then there's a knock on the door.
Yes, come in, but don't be too loud. They're sleeping right now.
Aye.
Yes.
There's not. I don't really have too much to say. Just, you know, I knew you guys could do it eventually.
Thank you. That was really exhausting, but I'm kind of glad we did.
Yeah, and you know, your powers are still really weird, complicated. There's a very high percentage of that we don't know about them. So, if anything happens again, know that we'll be here. Fix it, okay?
Okay, thank you. Well, hopefully I can handle this on my own, but it makes me glad to know that I have friends to help me. If be.
Yeah, just work on slowly getting the hang of it.
Yes. I don't plan on using this power anytime soon if I don't need to. This was a trip, to say the least.
Really good at playing the psychopaths, if nothing else. I'll leave you at it.
Yeah. And we'll be there for you too. You know.
Appreciated.
Yes.
I think Kageyaki's raising your superior, Sonia. Lowering your reckless. Do you agree?
Once more? Sure.
Muy cool.
Sure, why not?
Muy cool.
Muy cool.
That's such a fun word.
My reckless in one fell swoop got minimized to shit.
You've gone from -2 all the way up to +3 and back down to -2.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
it's quite a feat. Well,
Can't wait to drop my kind back to -2 as well.
Yeah, I believe in you. You can do it.
Baby steps. Become an asshole one step at a time.
Kagayaki, fuck you.
What did you say about my mother?
Asshole restored.
Okay, there goes 2 hours.
Yep. We did it.
Well, those 2 hours passed like 2 minutes, guys. The digital world really is weird.
Yeah, Until someone needs Karayaki, he'll just be reading stuff about the gate again.
Sonia would probably just go and see the Digimon, see how well they're doing. Probably check on the weaker ones to maybe teach them how to defend themselves and so on. But, yeah, typical stuff at this point for Sonia, but yeah, nothing too important. I don't know. Well, what should we do? Should probably. Who's the most knowledgeable one about the most knowledgeable Digimon about the digital world and stuff that's still alive? Because by default I would have said Wizardmon, but
Digimon!
Gigimon's very knowledgeable. I guess.
Digimon?
I guess.
Yeah, but
Leomon
Oh
or
no.
Mudfrigimon would be reasonably versed. They seem to know stuff about the Digidestin prophecy and whatnot as well. Keramon would definitely know.
yeah, well, yeah, but
And in terms of locations, you know that Peter has been doing some cartography and drawing a map of where he's been.
That might be interesting. Actually, yeah, let's go talk to Peter. We haven't seen him in since he got introduced, so why not?
He exists.
Yeah. Wow, NPCs, crazy.
So we come up on a scene. We see Peter. He's sat at a bar that has been made in the town. He is drinking quote unquote hot sauce that is actually alcohol but dub.
Oh god, no.
And we see him chug down an entire glass of ale. Afterwards.
Not so much silly.
He's got big blushes on his cheek because he's absolutely blathered. And
At least someone's having fun.
He's chatting away to Cedramon, who's by the bar, and Stingmon, who's sat beside him as well. And as you approach him in the bar, you hear him say, "Well, if I'd known you could talk sooner, I would have had some riveting conversations back where I've been. Let me tell you of the adventures I took through a swamp filled with these marvelous glowing creatures." He's like in the midst of like this weird story about him traveling with Ditimio. What do you do?
Well, at first she'd probably just listen to the story, to his stories, not wanting to bother him too much. And maybe she's interested. It depends. If it looks like he's just going to ramble about nothing too important, she's probably going to interrupt. But that all depends on him right now.
He rumbles through a bunch of stuff that you're not too fussed about at first. He talks about this swamp with beautiful lights at the bottom, which is definitely Gecko Swamp that he's managed to come through.
Figured as much.
He talks about this underwater city that he's been to.
I haven't been there.
And
that's cool.
There's also of interest to you. He mentions that he went into this catacomb filled with ancient drawings and carvings on the walls and on tablets, and he tried to decipher them but couldn't. He drew some of the stuff as best he could on the paper that he took, but he's not an artist. It looks like some weird squiggles when you look at it.
Okay, that's quite interesting. I'd like to hear some details on this. Oh wow, that's an amazing story, mister. Where did you say those ruins, those catacombs were?
Why, they were in the underwater city, of course. As I mentioned, that's where I found myself when I first appeared in the digital world.
Wow, how did you... Well, I'm guessing you don't know how you got whisked away, but how did you escape an underwater city exactly? That's
Well, I had some help from a very friendly pair of Digimon. I didn't realize they could speak at the time, but well, they had these little jetpacks and flippers, and they put a little helmet on me and brought me to the surface when I was ready to leave. They seemed kind enough, but I didn't understand a word they could say until I found Eutimio. For some reason, Digimon that came near him managed to speak English, or I guess Finnish.
whichever language
Cool.
works.
Managed to speak whatever language I speak. It's strange
Well-
that before then they made only strange. What's the word? Muffled sounds that sounded like something from a computer, a modem from when
Yeah.
I was younger, perhaps.
Yeah, Kageaki's dad had a similar experience, I think. That's probably, I don't remember if all characters know this, but we know it's the Digivice that do this. So, did we theorize as much? We probably
Yeah,
did, right?
we theorized that
Probably.
the Digivice translated.
Yeah.
I think Kageaki confirmed this because he found out with his visor that he could translate digicode into English
Yeah, okay.
and whatnot. Oh, into
So, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
language you guys speak, Finnish, I guess.
Yeah, that's thanks to these little
Cool.
thingies.
Sorry, say that again,
Yeah.
Tristo?
I said kyllä.
Good.
Good.
Kyllä.
Good.
It means yes in Finnish.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I thought that Gula was like how you say Finnish in Finnish. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Sonia.
Yes, well, actually, it's probably because of these little things that we've got. They have lots of weird. I don't know if I'd say magical, but it might as well be properties. They can translate stuff and purify stuff and well, plenty of stuff actually. Well, that'd be too long to explain, but yeah. So if you're around Eutimio, since he has one of those thingies, that probably helped you. I don't really know how that works, but yeah, that's what it is.
It's curious, though. Why do you
that-
children have those devices? Where did you get them? Where did Eutimio find his? Why don't I have one?
Those are very interesting questions. We seem to have received them as soon as we got there, and apparently they're the signs that we're heroes and stuff. I don't know why you don't have any or whatever, but we've been told repeatedly that we're supposed to do great stuff in this world and save everyone, and well, well, that's what we've been doing. Yeah.
You said
But
you said Kageaki's father was in the digital world.
oh
Does
yes,
he have one of these devices? You said he was also struggling. Perhaps
He-
it's an age thing. I am an old man
maybe.
after all. Perhaps I don't have what it takes to become a hero.
it is true that so far only kids seem to have those, but I don't really know the rules yet. We'll probably have to ask whoever's in charge at some point. I don't really want to. Well, don't really. I don't know. It's all so complicated. But well, you seem to have enjoyed your trip so far.
Why, of course. What's better than adventure, Sonia? It's as I told you many, many times in my classes, and when I recruited you for the school trip. There is nothing like a great adventure, especially one that you take yourself.
It's adventure is great. We made lots of friends. Yes, you just. How did you survive exactly again? On your own? No one tried to attack you or something? Because
Well,
that's happened to.
Of course I was attacked, but, well, I have ways to defend myself and ways to run away, let's say that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you managed to handle any danger by yourself, and you protected Utimio, I believe. So thank you for this too.
Well, it wasn't just me. Eutimio did seem to have a lot of supplies on him. That rucksack of his really is full. Without him, we would have starved to death.
Wow. Wow. That's impressive too. You did great. But don't go running around too far on your own, because there's some really dangerous creatures around.
Well, I was about to say the same to you, young girl. You see,
Well,
don't get any ideas about going to that catacomb. It's dangerous for a child like you.
I would.
Especially as to get there, you have to go through that ocean. Those pirates,
Oh.
I only just managed to escape with my life.
Pirates, huh? Well, I would never dare to go on my own, especially since I don't know how I could go underwater like you did. I'm sure you would have any idea about the best way to do this, right? What would a seasoned adventurer like you would do to infiltrate this big city on your own with and avoiding danger the best you can?
I think he sort of gives you this look like, well, you would need diving gear and a way to be able to survive for long periods of times without oxygen. Unfortunately, we have neither now that my good friends from the ocean have left us. Seadramon looks over at this point and he's like, dude, you really don't want to go under the water, man. It's not cool under there.
Man, I don't remember Cinnamon being like this. That's amazing. Yeah.
There's totally like tons of creatures out there that just want to eat you. Survival of the fittest rules underneath that ocean, man. I much prefer it on the beach. It's a lot more swell up here.
Yeah. I'm sure of this. And I wouldn't go on my own anyways. Probably I don't have any reasons for doing so. But if I were to, and if let's say not I, but if you were to go, supposedly, where would you find diving gear and such?
Where are you asking Seadramon?
Seadramon, yeah. Yes, well, if I'm asking Sidramon, I'm probably asking if you know anyone that would bring young adventurers or older adventurers underwater for free.
Could you try and provoke him? Like, it sounds like you're trying to get him to tell you how to go there without him, because they don't want you to go because it's dangerous, basically.
Yes.
You're going, so how do I get there? Who can I ask to take me?
Yes,
Can you provoke him into telling you?
Superior, and do I have anything for this? No thing. I don't think I have a move. Nope, probably not. We have influence over every Digimon and every NPC Digimon by default, is that right?
No, you have influence over your partners only.
Over
They
partners,
have
yes,
influence
okay.
over you. But you don't have
Okay,
influence over them.
that's how it works. Okay. It's only +1 then. Yep, +1. Oh, wow, I mean, it's...
He overreacts. Chomps your head.
So, I can choose to either give you +1/4 by making a stumble, give you a critical opportunity, or overreact. I think critical opportunity. So, I think he says, So you're like, is there anyone who can take us? Do you know where we can find diver gear? And he's like, he goes into his like usual like salesperson pitch self, and he's like, well, down on Cooler Coast, you can get all the latest diving gear. I mean, ignore what I just said. Don't go by yourself. Don't you dare get any ideas, Sonia.
Don't worry. I'm a kind little one, a kind little sheep. Wouldn't do anything bold like this. And I already forgot what you said. So, there. See. Anyways, thank you for these riveting tales of adventure. I'll just go and take care of my little ones again. Yes. Don't drink too much, Mr. What was his last name again?
Valdonen.
Aldonen.
Valdonen? Valdonen.
Aldonen.
Yes. Mr. Blah.
Mr. Blair. Valdonen.
Blah. Yes, don't go drinking too much.
I think when you tried to pronounce his surname, he's like, please, my surname's always given me trouble. Just call me Peter.
Yes, Mr. Peter, sir. We won't want you to roll over under the table and such, because he mess. You little rascal, you. Litter! And she's running away now.
Cool. I think like as you're about to like leave the tavern, you feel a hand grab your wrist, a very large hand, and you look back and Stingmon's grabbed you.
Oh.
He says,
Hello?
Sonia, I heard rumor that you're going up against the Digi-Assassins.
Well, it's in our plans, yes.
Be careful.
Well, it's...
If you're on their radar, they will use every trick in the book. They will not be honourable. And the person they send may not even want to be doing what they're doing. Just look at me.
Yeah.
I beg you, be careful.
Well, if they don't want to do the thing that they do, maybe we can talk to them. But yes, we'll be careful. Thank you.
Farewell, Sonia. And he goes back to
farewell
the bar,
too.
grabs his beer, and he like starts talking back to Peter and like chugs the beer down and slams it on the table.
Alcoholic Stingman.
Alcoholic
What a day to be alive. Wow. Well, sure, so she's going to go back and probably go see the others, well, just to check up on them and see if they're interested in a little side adventure or not. Cheers.
Cool.
Maybe-
Tysto,
Our side adventure to our side adventure.
There's
Yeah.
also our side adventure to the side adventure. Tysto, what are you and Ghost One doing right now?
I think that Daisto would be trying to chat with Leomon about something. Yes.
Cool. Yeah, he's here. You took him in the pocket dimension with you, and he was trying to search up.
All right, we did.
Dark Zone City.
We did stuff him into our pockets. We have
what is
Leomon
it?
in our pockets.
What is it that you're wanting to talk about?
I think Daisto might just want some guidance. You know, he's conflicted. He's still even though he said that he thinks that it's the right, they're on the right path. He's still not sure, and he could use some advice on how to get to heaven to punch the living daylights out of Seraphimon.
Cool.
If Leomon might know or not, I don't know.
So I think Leomon's resumed his position as being a guard just while he's here. He's sat just outside the city, on top of this Green Plains hill. He's got his legs crossed. He's meditating. You've sat beside him.
So, Leomon, can I ask you a question?
He like opens one eye and looks at you, and he's like, "Ask away."
So, you remember when we last had a chat about stuff, you know, back before you died and so on?
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was. Back then, I was very committed to making sure that everyone that I managed to save, everyone, you know, no biggie. But right now, I'm not actually sure what the right thing to do is, or well, I guess I know what the right thing to do is, but I don't want to do it. On the one hand, there's the safety of the digital world, and on the other hand, there is my closest and best friend. I actually think he would say my dearest friend. Yeah, let's go with that. My dearest friend. And these two. Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go. Yes.
Taisto, you know full well my stance on your position. You're a chosen one. You were sent here to prevent the darkness from consuming the world, restore balance, save the digital world. I have no doubt in my mind that, regardless of which you choose, you'll make the right choice. You wouldn't be a chosen one otherwise. Just make sure you don't do anything stupid alone. The chosen ones are not the chosen one. You are many. You must fight the oncoming darkness together. So whichever you choose, your friend, or the digital world, or any other option that comes your way, just make sure that it's a team decision. That's my advice, Taisto. Don't make the same mistake that Pandemon did and drive people away by making selfish choices. I think he's trying to lower your unique and raise your... Actually, I think he's trying to... Yeah, I think he's trying to lower your unique and raise your superior. Do you accept that?
Superior?
He's basically saying that you can make
not
the
kind.
right... He's saying that you can make the right decision. So it's about being...
I heard that he's saying you can make the right decision together, which is more on the kind side. If he was basically,
I mean, it could go either way. To be honest,
I heard that he was saying that talk to the others, you fucking idiot, and don't close yourself off from them. Which
okay, well let's take it that way then. He's lowering your unique and raising your kind.
I'll take it, thank you.
Cool. How do you show that you've accepted his words of advice?
Yes, just a second. Just in labels. There we go. And golden. Yes. The others. Huh. Thank you, Leomon. I seem to have. Now that you said it, it's so obvious, but I didn't even think of talking to the others. Kagayaki is, well, Kagayaki, and I've not really wanted to bother Sonia with my troubles, but no, you're right. Thanks, Leomon. And Tyson just bolts off into to get the others, I guess.
I think we see like Leomon like audibly sigh, and then like shut his eyes and go back to meditating on the hill. And you rush back off to town. I think we'll see Kagayaki next. What are you doing, Kagayaki?
Just reading on stuff for the portal. Did we... Okay, so I can't contact the dark zone because of the city barrier that prevents communication.
Yes.
But did we install a TV on Digimon?
I think, yeah, you made a TV that could connect to the monitor.
Okay, good, because I remember wanting to do that, but I couldn't remember if I actually did that.
I think you did definitely do that. I remember it vividly.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to call him.
Sure, you like grab a nearby monitormon who's like in the library, and you just start like fiddling with his what are they called? These little like circle sockets on the front of his face to try and
his face
to try and get signal. He's like squirming and struggling
with his knobs.
And eventually like the picture comes through and you see like Digimon's living room. You see him. In fact, you don't see him. You hear him. You hear. Oh, his back is not what it used to be. Yeah. And then you hear like a thud, and you see him like walk along the living room, and sit by the fireplace. He's like got a hot cup of cocoa in his hand. He looks like he's settling down for the night. How do you get his attention?
Digimon! Hi!
He like looks up and looks around in like bewilderment, and he's like,
TV!
Kagayaki?
TV, the TV!
Where are you, Kagayaki?
Mounted to the wall, it's like right in front of you. It's right in front of you.
He looks over at the TV that you install, and he's like, "Oh, the contraption!" And he like puts it down and walks over, puts his head way too close to the screen. He's like, "Kagayaki, are you in there?"
No, it's going. Have you never? It's basically like having a Monitamon just without the Digimon. Like, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so I've been looking into a ritual to get into Witchelny, using a bit of a cheat, since we have a one-way thingy that sends something over, and I've been trying to reverse engineer it and get it to send us over. Do you remember anything about rituals? If you don't, can you get a sorcerimon from Dark Zone? I could really use some help.
Well, I do know some forms of sorcery. In my previous life, I had the uncanny ability to convert life force into magical energies. It's what I used to seal away Hexablaumon and ultimately help erect the Dark Zone. Though I'm an old man now. Well, I doubt you'll want to drain someone's life force in order to fuel whatever magics you're going to try.
Yeah, actually, the very reason we're trying to use the little loophole is to have to, not have to actually drain anyone's life force. not make any sacrifice, just use the thing. Even if it's a one-way trip, we'll find our way back eventually.
I can ask the Sorcerymon. I can ask my Otismon. Although we don't see eye to eye, he probably won't speak to me. But
Yeah,
I
I
can
don't
try.
think Vandemon can come out anyway. So actually, no, he can't.
Yeah,
But it's not a good idea.
he's unable to leave the Dark Zone. He didn't get one of the talismans
Definitely
from you.
not.
Oh, they don't have any penance left? Okay, then yeah, definitely get the Sorcerymon, please.
He won. I think. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Right, just rewinding a couple of episodes. Didn't the Sorcerymon go into your pocket dimension? Because they helped you make it, and then
Pretty
they
sure, yeah.
got attacked, and then I'm sure they hid with the others. So maybe the Sorcerymon are already in the city.
Oh, I thought it wasn't really an issue because they were attacking specifically the virus types.
I mean, we can rewind and say that they didn't.
Plus, I
retcon.
thought they were helping in the Dark Zone.
Okay, cool. I think they were helping create the Dark Zone village the last time we checked, so maybe they're still there, sort of trying to atone for their past by, you know, picking up the debris and the rubble that was caused by the angels and, you know, helping sort out Digimon's town. I think Digimon says, "Oh, one moment, they're just outside. I can go get them for you."
Lovely.
He wanders outside. You hear like a commotion that's a little bit off screen that you don't quite hear properly. You just hear that's true. And then like the door
He's playing
opens
The
again.
Sims.
The doors open again, and Digimon stomps through, and he's dragging a Sorcerymon by the cloak. He's like, "Hey, I have important work to be doing. I need to atone for what I... Kagiaki!"
Hi. Oh, I'm guessing he didn't actually say what he needed you for.
He just said that some weird ghost in a telly was talking to him, and I thought he was going balmy.
Oh my fucking god, he might be. Anyways. Yeah, so we've been looking for a way to get to Wizardly without the sacrifice required. And what we got to work with is a communication device that sends a one-way message over there. Okay, so basically we're trying to reverse engineer that into becoming a one-way portal at the very least.
A one-way message. I've heard of such parchment. It's difficult to transcribe that to humans, but if somehow you made yourselves the message, well, you'd get over no problem. The issue then would be, well, where you end up in Witchenley and who you're contacting. The last thing you want is to teleport over to Witchenley and be unprepared.
Yeah, but it's a better alternative than having to sacrifice something again.
Of course. Now, I think we could make this work. There's a few materials we would need, but I'm sure you already know that.
Yeah, I found a number of rituals. They all require weird stuff.
To make this work, we need the power of, well, extreme sorcery. It took an entire school of Wizardmon, Sorcerymon, and whatnot to even open a portal to get us here. Do you have any kind of great magics like that? Perhaps medieval Gallantmon or medieval Deepmon, whatever you want to call him, could help. He has great magic, and I'm sure your sorcery knowledge and Matadamon can definitely help with that regard.
We have Matadormon, we have me, we have medical Digimon. I guess Mamimon can vaguely help.
I heard that, you bitch.
I will never stop saying that. You can help potentially, though it would kind of delay your stuff. We should have the people.
Yes, the issue is that if the magic is inconsistent, well, it can cause unknown side effects. You could end up anywhere if you don't get this right.
If nothing else, ending up anywhere is better than ending up where the message was supposed to go in the first place.
No, you don't understand, Kageaki.
Do you mean through the wall?
Anywhere as in literally anywhere. Not just witchingly, but any dimension.
Oh, yeah, that's an issue.
There are untold numbers of dimensions and parallel universes that coexist with the digital world in witchingly, and well, it's only theorized, but there was one time where Digimon attempted to transport itself to the digital world, but never made it. We know not where he went.
Oh, actually, we're on the side of the side of the side of the side of the side. We're kinda looking for someone who has a connection to where the message is supposed to go. Would them being in the ritual help?
What do you mean by that, sir?
The what's his face guy who killed Wizardmon.
Oh, Tirvamon. So you want to use him in the ritual?
If we do the ritual after we actually fucking see him, for starters.
I mean, if he has a connection to the Digisasins, perhaps because of
How do you
his...
know about that? I never said good assassins.
Sorry, I misspoke. If he has a connection to where you need to go, then that would definitely help if he could envision the location you're supposed to go. Though, again, we need consistent magic that isn't going to spiral off. He needs to have a constant train of thought. We need a constant supply of magic. We're more than happy to help Kageaki. Well, at least I am. I haven't asked my brother. I'm sure he'll be down.
He probably will be, given how hard you guys are going about the redemption thing. We do have a few other Digidestined. Chosen ones! I hate that terminology so much. We do have a few other chosen ones that could, pump data into the ritual, if that helps.
Data isn't what we need. It's very complex digicode. It's used in multiple layers and then transcribes and filled with energy. It's an energy not of the digital world. Data won't help. It's an energy that comes from witchingly. I think, like, as you mentioned, other Digidestined as well, by the way, the jingle jangle of Mummymon's door goes. Oh, I guess Wizardmon's door that is now Mummymon's. And you see Eutimio walk through the door, clutching onto his backpack. He looks terrible. He's got massive bags under his eyes. He looks white in the face. And he, like, staggers over towards the counter where Mummymon is.
Hello there.
He, like, raises a hand and then, like, drops it. Like, he doesn't say a word. He's just like, he recognizes you're there. He's basically saying hi, but he's, like, so tired that he just can't bring himself to open his mouth. And he grabs Mummymon by the shoulders. He's just like, I need sleep, please, sleep. I can't stop seeing him. I can't stop seeing what he did, please.
I might be able to do something about that. I can at the very least calm you down.
Kagayaki brings out his baseball bat.
No, it's my third spell. Come on now, I have 3 of them.
You could help me?
I can calm you down, at the very least.
I keep seeing him. he was talking to some horrible looking Digimon with scary looking, giggling maniacally laughing. He was a blur, but he seemed terrified. And I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see him. The stupid thing won't turn off, he says, and he like throws his Digivice at the table, and it's still glowing white with the crest of reliability on it.
Boy. I'm not sure why that won't turn off, to be honest. But let's get you to calm down first. So Simon, sorry, we'll pick this up another time.
I'll take a look into what I can, but find me that power source, and we can get you to Witchenly.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
He tunes out the Tilly. The Monotamon, when you let go of him, like, struggles to his feet, gives you like a very small punch in the arm, and then walks away.
Sorry, bud.
He like leaves through the jingle jangle door at the front of Wizardmon's establishment, looking very like he looks very pissed off.
I wonder why. I only sexually harassed him.
It's only fair. What would you do if someone just randomly grabbed you and started twisting your knob without your consent? Sorry, knobs.
Yes.
Anyways.
So he like throws his Digivice on the table and says, "I can't sleep. This thing's still on." He sits down at the table with you, cradles his head in his hands. Sorry, it'd be a bit weird if he cradled his hand in his head, and like pulls back his face and puts his fingers through his hair and tries to wipe away the sleep in his eyes. And he says, "How do you guys deal with this?
That's a very good question.
Terrifying world. Even Pablo seems like he's found himself. Sure, he gets hurt a lot, but he doesn't seem to fear it. But here I am, just a chubby boy that runs away from danger and can't sleep and feels terrified of his own partner. Well, I don't know if I want to be this thing's partner. It seems horrible."
No, okay, it's complicated, I know, but there's very solid evidence that even if he isn't actively being forced to do this, he definitely doesn't enjoy it. So, at the very least, he's not a terrible person. Like, just minor consolation, I know. Okay, let's try to calm you down for a bit. Malmon, you can do rituals, but can you do normal code? I could use some assistance.
Sure, I can help. He says. He stands up and walks over.
So, okay.
What do you require?
Okay, so basically, one of the spells I learned was a Calm Emotions spell, and I would appreciate assistance in keeping it more stable than it is going to be. I haven't used it too much.
Of course. Though I'm not sure how calming his emotions will help that, he says as he points at the Digivice.
If he at least stops shaking for 5 minutes, we might get somewhere.
Very well, he says. He places his hand on your shoulder, and you instantly feel the energy inside you just calm itself. Like, usually it's very unstable and it jumps out and does unpredictable things. When Mumimon is touching you, it's like an instant wave of calm, like you know you can do this. Could you roll?
Roll anyways.
Could you roll?
I knew it.
Roll to. Do you have wield your powers, or is it unleash your powers at the moment? Do you have both? Which one did you take?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have wield your powers, or is that?
I do have the advanced move.
Yes. Is it wield your powers, or did you take another advanced move? Which one did you take?
It's that one.
Okay,
The yield your powers thing.
I would like you to wield your powers.
That's plus unique, I think.
Yes, it is.
So plus zero. Opera, can you like load the fucking page so I can make sure it's a 0? Love. I will assume it's a plus 0.
I think
5.
I think it's plus 0.
Or unique is 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
My potential. You can't have them all.
Hooray!
I think you calm him down. It works. He starts to chill out. And then the Digivice glows even stronger. And he starts seizing. And the white energy from his Digivice begins glowing out of every orifice in his body.
What the fuck? That's new.
And then suddenly it cuts out. He slams into the floor, unconscious. But he looks like he's absolutely struggling. He's sweating. The Digivice is still glowing on the table. And you can tell that he's trapped in another nightmare, seeing his partner do something terrible.
Good news! You're asleep. Bad news!
You don't want to be.
He's struggling along on the floor, and he's like, No, don't do it. Don't do it, please. Stop. Not her, no, not her, please. She's so kind, you can't do that. Sonia, no.
What?
I don't wanna know.
I think we cut. It's the middle of the night. When we cut back to Kageaki. We see Sonia asleep in her bed. We see Gabumon and Otamamon and Pillowmon, who has now returned to her rookie form, fast asleep in the room. And then we see a shadow shift. And we see, standing over sleeping Sonia, is Tirvamon, as he materializes out of the darkness. He holds his blade high, begins to swing it down, and hesitates like he did with Wizardmon. He kind of tuts at himself that he can't do it. He's like, she's just a child. She reminds me too much of him. And as he says that, it wakes you up, Sonia. And you see this, like, a tear running down his face. But at the same time, like, there's this giant beast of a man standing over you, holding a blade to your face. What's your first reaction?
Yeah.
She's not going to scream this time, because it's not the first time this happened to her.
That's not exactly healthy.
She is going to shake Pillowmon, I don't know if discreetly is the word, but without trying to alert the other kids at least. Hello, sir. You're Itimu's partner, right? Wait, actually, do I? Yes, I saw the video thing last time. You're Itimu's partner, right? We've been wanting to meet with you for a while now. You doing okay, Pillamon? Pillamon? Pillamon?
I'm afraid he's no partner of mine anymore, he says as he shifts back into the shadows and disappears almost as quickly as he came.
No, come back! Don't! Oh boy. Okay. It's fine. It's not the first time this happened. Oh my god, I wish they stopped. doing this. Oh.
And that's the part where Kayaki teleports in on Son Lukman screaming his lungs out.
Yeah, so Kageyaki teleports in. He's like, Sonia!
Everyone in the entire village is waking up.
Kagayaki, what are you doing here? Why are you yelling?
Are you okay? What is he?
Yes, I'm fine. You reacted fast. Yes. Did you know how? Well, yeah. Yes, I'm fine. He seemed to. I don't really know what he was up to. I was scared for a bit, but
Nah, I was, yeah?
he didn't do anything to me. If that's if he, well, you know who came. I'm so confused. I just woken up. I just woke up. I didn't dream that, right? We're awake.
Yeah, oh god. Yeah, Eutimio came to the library, was trying to calm him down, then he connected to the Digivice again and started describing the scene.
Oh my god. Well,
Oh, jeez.
that's nice.
I think the door to Sonia's room like bursts open, and
There's no longer any door.
Taisto Flay Wizardmon are standing in the doorway like, Sonia, are you okay?
Oh,
we heard
okay.
Kageyaki screaming.
We heard
Yes,
somebody scream like a girl. We play with you.
Yeah, someone screamed like a girl, like a little bitch.
Wow.
Oh, that one was probably Eutimio back in the library.
Yes, I'm fine. I just got a visitor. You know the partner to our new friend.
Tiravamon?
Yeah, the what?
Tiravamon.
Tirvaman. Yes, that's his name. Yeah, that him. It was. He said hi, I guess. That's a way to put it. Can we do?
You didn't fight?
No, it looked for a moment that he might, but then he ran off. I don't really know what his deal was. No, it's fine. It's fine.
If he's run off, then we might be able to catch him while he's still here. Still around.
Maybe.
If we can find him, then we might be able to convince him to,
Oh shit!
defect from the Guild of Assassins, and we
The
can
Digivice.
get what?
Yes, the Digivice.
Kayaki teleports over to the library to get the Digivice, which has a radar for the partner. By the way,
Good to know.
that's a function that it had.
So yeah, let's use this. That sounds convenient.
No, we used it before. That's what I remember.
Kageyaki, remind me. Doraemon teleports by traveling through shadows, right?
He breaks his data down and then reconstructs it. It's the melt into shadows is a different thing.
Right, okay, so he doesn't teleport through the shadows, he just teleports naturally. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's significantly more dangerous. Not in this specific situation, but in general.
That's fair. I just wanted to double check you weren't going into the shadows, where the assassin might be. Cool, so you eventually arrive back and you're holding Eutimio's Digivice. I'm assuming you brought Eutimio with you, or you've left him with Mumimon. What's your...
Depends, she's still foaming at the mouth.
I think you managed to wake him up the moment... he woke up the moment that Tirvamon left Sonia alone. Obviously he's sweating and panting and terrified. And when you teleport in, and he finishes vomiting, Uh, he sees Sonia alive, and I think he gives her the biggest hug possible, and he's like, "I thought you were a goner. I thought you were a goner. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
What did my partner try to do to you?"
Well, he didn't do anything, so he looked really sad. If that's really,
I felt regret and guilt and pain. He's not in his right mind, whatever he's doing.
yeah,
Listen,
it would seem that way.
Timio, we're
Yes.
gonna try and find your partner, and we're going to do our best to fix this situation. It doesn't look like he wants to do what he's doing, and we're gonna try and help him stop. But right now we need to get going so we might be able to find him.
I don't think it takes very long. You see Timio's Digivice stop glowing, and the moment it does, you hear this howl of a shriek. He's like, "Ah!" in the middle of town.
Oh shit!
And this
Into that direction.
wave of energy hits the building you're in. The entire room shakes like an earthquake's happening. And I assume you rush outside, but as you rush outside, you see Tirvamon, who's materialized from a nearby shadow. He's on the ground, on his knee, his blades buried in the ground. He is screaming. His eyes are glowing red. His hair, his blonde locks, are being lifted up off of his back by some strange force energy. And the ground around his feet is cracking, and this black miasmic darkness is coming out. And he sees you coming out of the room, and he says, "Get back! Get back!" And then he just erupts with this dark energy, and the building behind you just crumbles and collapses. Sonia, Gabumon, Otamamon, and Pillowmon are still inside.
She's rushing in. She has to.
Cool. We see Sonia clawing through the rubble, trying to find her children, her family.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Can you roll?
You can!
to-
Oh.
Can you roll to unleash your powers and see if you can get to them in time?
Yes. I am going to unleash my powers without anything bad happening.
Also, remember you may have a blessing that could help you. I don't know if you have one that could help
I
you
do.
in this situation.
Well, I have more than a blessing. I also have a move over there. I'll save you. That sounds good. I could
Oh,
use
God.
this. Isn't this absolutely, completely busted?
What
It is.
No, I meant, didn't you get requested to unleash your powers?
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Man.
It is busted, but it's not applicable to this situation.
I mean, when is it? Yeah.
When you did
Do we know?
There is. I guess that doesn't work either. No, I guess there isn't a move you can use here.
Well, it's already pretty good as is, so I was wondering if I had something more useful, but as is, since my unique is already, it should.
maxed out. You also have influence over all of your babies, so
Oh, so that counts too. Okay.
you have
Lovely.
+4.
Oh my god.
Thank God you had that +4, huh?
Holy shit.
You dig through the rubble like a crazed mother.
Oh my god.
You manage to find all of your babies safe. You see, as you lift a piece of debris, Pillowmon is floating above Gabumon and Otamamon. She has this protective pink bubble glowing around her. And you see... Sorry, it's not pink, sorry, it's purple.
Purple.
Of course.
And you see this... Actually, I just realized, Sonia.
Don't worry about it.
No, you didn't realize something.
You didn't realize anything. Nothing's going
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Never mind.
Yeah, you did.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes,
So,
of course.
So Pitlamon is there. This purple aura around her is holding up the debris. Her eyes are glowing red. Otamamon and Gabumon seem terrified for their life. And Pillarmon says, Sonia, take them. We can't hold it for much longer, says a voice that you don't hear very often. It's the darkness speaking.
Oh, no, you can do it. Gabumon, Otamamon, come, please. Please go see mommy. Yes, everything is fine, but... Oh, God. You can do it. We did it earlier. Oh, man. Why now? Babies, come on. If they don't come to her, she is going to pull them by the arm out of Pilamon's bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Towards, I don't know, Taisto right now, maybe. Taisto, take care of them right now. Thank you. And she's going to rush back to Pilomon. Yes, I'm here. Deep breaths. We did it last time. Okay, I'm here. Don't worry. I'm calm. You're calm. You can do it. It's nothing. Everything is fine.
She looks in great pain. The debris is pushing down on top of her. You're currently looking at her through this small hole that you managed to create. There's an entire building on top of her, basically.
Come in. You can... Don't worry.
You know
Nothing's
full well
going to happen.
that if nothing changes, the building will collapse on Pillowmon and crush her. You'll need the help of the others to help you save her life.
And now I can I use I'll save you? Is that not a situation that I can? Well, I can ask for the others. Yes, come on, anyone? Could you come and push the house away, please?
Sanlepon, I promise, remember, take care of Pilomon, I'll go talk to Pilomon. I'll work it out.
No, I want time with Tirvamon. Fuck you.
I would rather not punch him in the face, please.
Are we okay
No,
to take
no, you don't understand.
Are we okay to take a very quick 5-minute break? Because I really need the toilet, and I think it's a dramatic cliffhangery moment.
I can't believe you've done this!
I'll just be 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
How dare you?
I can't believe you have bodily functions. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Well, I'll go get something to drink then.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I'll take something to eat too. And, dear viewers, you should do so too. Later.
Well, I'm back. Oh! I got a surprise.
I think we're the only ones here right now, but yeah, basically.
Right, you can all stop T-posing now. Your god's back.
I mean, there's this is kind of something that I was referring to back with the major explosion of incidences is that even you as a player can cause such circumstances that your character cannot necessarily achieve what he wants to achieve. Is the point. You don't have to insert Kagayaki's actions into the scene, and it doesn't compromise Kagayaki's character if you
No, in this very specific situation, it very much does.
No, it doesn't. Like you might be in a different situation. You might be farther away. You might not be able to get to the scene. You are the one who determines whether. Well, you and the game master and us are the ones who determine what kinds of circumstances exist. Even if you can have like Kagayaki run 7,000 minutes off screen to somewhere, and doesn't mean that Kagayaki chose to not be there.
In this situation, it does.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, and by necessarily, I mean
Congrats.
I agree with that.
Sorry, what are we agreeing / disagreeing about?
I was asking Ellie to step back a bit because there's dramatic beef between Ghostmon and Tyrmon, and he believes that if Kagayaki doesn't insert himself into the scene, it means that Kagayaki is somehow worse for character. It fails Kagayaki as a character if Kagayaki doesn't successfully insert himself into the scene. I believe.
I mean, ultimately, it's up to Kagayaki if he wants to be in the scene. Like, it's a team game, isn't it? Like,
sure.
I understand that Ghostman has
sure
beef
it is.
with...
Of course it is.
I understand that Ghostman has beef with Tyrmon. I understand that you want to make it as dramatic as possible, but perhaps Kagayaki also wants to do something with his character that makes it even more dramatic and builds on that. I'm sure you can come to a happy medium. It's a game after all. Like, it's to have fun, and if Kagayaki wants to be there, he can be there. It's basically my stance. Anyway, yes. So before the break, wait, is Sonia still here? She had a mic mute.
Sonia is not back.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't realize.
Elephant isn't back. Yeah.
Cool, no worries. Yeah, so the way I see it is it's up to you guys. Like, basically, the way that I see this game is it's like a TV show. I am the executive producer, you guys are the directors and the actors, and you inform the story by what you want to do with your characters. If there is a conflict, you can talk it out, but ultimately you have the agency just to decide what your own characters are doing and what your partners are doing, unless I say otherwise, basically. Yeah. That's just how the game works. Also, whoever picked this music really knows how to do atmospheric music. Who chose this? Sonia. Wow. Great music choice.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Yeah. I
Welcome
might be going on and off for a bit afterwards. There's something going on. I won't go into it in stream, but because it's family stuff right now. Yeah, but I should be fine. It's not really about me,
Alright.
anyways.
So we left
So-
off of Kagayaki. Kagayaki sending Sanglupon to say help Pillarmon, right?
Yes.
How exactly
Yes.
does
I
Sanglupmon
think
go about
can
that? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to change the. I mean, we can do this. We can do this right now. It's fine.
Sure. How does Sanglupmon try to help Pillarmon in the situation that she's in? She's in a very small enclosed space, about just bigger than her.
Sorry, what? I cut off.
I said she's in a very small enclosed space that's only just bigger than herself, and it's closing in on her rapidly. How does Sanglupmon help her?
He will melt into a shadow, pop out his head, try to make contact and get her out.
Cool.
How?
Could you roll to defend Pillarmon?
I do not have a minus. I have a +3 and +4, thanks to getting the thingy. 11.
Sweet. So you managed to meld Pillarmon into the shadows and pull her out. The building that she was holding up, the part of it that was left, collapses. And Simon Loopmon slips out of a crack and hands Pillarmon back to Sonia. She still seems to be struggling with the darkness that she had to unleash last minute to save everybody. And at the same time, Tirvamon also seems to be struggling. Waves of black and purple energy being emitted from him and his many eyes.
I think we could see Tirvamon from like a very low angle, from a bit far away, and then from the basically from the edges of the screen, close to the ground, like two walls of fire enclose behind and across from Tirvamon, and a red boot steps into the frame and then points back a bit. I think Flame Wisdom is trying to erect a ring of fire around Tirvamon and himself. A kind of an arena, if you will.
Okay. You do that. An arena gets erected around you and Tirvamon, and this dark energy is still spewing out. It's spitting through those flames. You see it slam into another nearby building. Cracks begin to form in its foundations. And he says, "I told you! Get back! I can't control this!"
Can I actually... I'll roll... do you trust that I'm going to make something really courageous if I try, and we'll see if it succeeds first?
What are you going to try and do? To do it, you have to do it.
Well, I want to see if the evolution succeeds, so I know to play it into the wrong or the correct direction, depending on what the dice show me.
Well, you have to be courageous first to do that, and you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, but I intend to be very courageous if it succeeds. So
I
just want
intend to
use
be.
the dice as a guidance.
You have to be
I want to use
courageous.
the dice as a guidance.
You have to do something courageous first to roll to Digivolve. You haven't done something courageous yet. You can't roll to Digivolve and then do something courageous as you Digivolve. You have to do the courageous thing first.
No, I want to use the. I don't intend to do something courageous as I Digivolve. I want to use the dice to see if I'm going to do something courageous or something that is foolhardy and is going to result in a failed evolution.
Okay.
If you get.
I understand. Feel free to roll it then.
Yes. It's okay. Sure. All right. So I think the camera. Oh, that actually means that we can do. That means that I can do this. Key and. Oh, it's already there. Right. So I think the camera pans back from Flame Wizardmon's boot to show Flame Wizardmon and Tirvamon together in the frame. And then Flame Wizardmon says, Tirvamon, your crimes against the Chosen Ones
against the Chosen One's mission are grave indeed. You have tried to murder one of the Chosen Ones, and even worse, you murdered my closest and dearest friend. There is no eventuality where you should be forgiven for these crimes, but we will see that you are stopped and redeemed in the name of the future of the digital world. And then I think Flame Wizardmon charges toward the dark emanating energies that are very dangerous and destructive to try and knock some sense into Tirvamon, while Thaisto bolts at the wall of fire and jumps through it to help encourage Flame Wizardmon.
How do I want to frame this? So we see a scene where Flame Wizardmon runs towards Tirvamon. We see his matchstick connect with Tirvamon's face. Tirvamon's taken off of his feet. He flies and skids along the floor. A giant blast of dark energy shoots up, smashes into the top of Wizardmon's library, and the roof caves in. We see him get back up to his feet. Flame Wizardmon walks straight up to him without missing a beat, clops him in the face, and he falls to the ground, and another burst of dark energy erupts, this time towards the ground. The ground fissures and cracks and opens in unexpected places. And we see nearby innocent Digimon who have come to see the commotion fall through those cracks. Tirvamon does not seem to be doing this maliciously. His powers are running rampant and out of control. He isn't even fighting back.
Mm-hmm. I think Flame Wizardmon sees this and just tries to seize Tirvamon from the front of his body and try to draw him close so that he can then create this kind of like a ball of fire, some kind of a shield of fire around the two of them, just the two of them, so that he can try and keep the dark energy from lashing out towards the environment.
Can you roll to defend the city with disadvantage, please?
Sure thing. Oh. 3d6. I assume I don't have influence over the city or Tirvamon.
You have influence over the city because you helped build it.
Oh, thank
the
you.
denizens of the city
That's very nice of
like
you.
really like you.
7 exactly.
Good thing you had influence. Cool. So on a
Yes,
7,
great thing I had influence.
on a 7, you managed to keep them safe, and it costs you though. So you expose yourself to some kind of danger or split situation.
Yeah.
I think because you're holding in all this dark energy, it's literally hitting Flame Wizardmon head on, with no barrier, no way for him to stop it. So first, I want you to choose whether you're adding a team to the pool, taking influence over the city again, which you already have, or clear condition, your choice, and then I'll tell you what happens to Flame Wizardmon.
Alright, I think I'm going to clear a condition.
Okay.
I think I'm going to clear Afraid.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry, just checking. Yeah, I think I'm going to clear afraid. Yep.
Okay.
There's no time to be afraid. He's not even fighting back.
The
No
wave of
reason to
dark
be afraid.
energy shoots out and slams into Flame Wizardmon. He agonizes in pain as this dark energy covers his body. Taisto, your Digivice glows and you feel the pain of Flame Wizardmon. But it isn't Flame Wizardmon's pain that he's feeling. It's Tirvamon's pain. You see this horrible image of the world shattering. You see multiple towns and cities destroyed, darkness covering the digital world. You see Eutimio. You see Eutimio upset and angry, with tears streaming down his face. And you see Eutimio turn and walk away, disappointed and upset with Tirvamon. The waves of darkness come over and over and over and over and keep slamming into you. The emotion's overwhelming. I'd like you both to take a powerful blow.
Is this from someone with far greater power than I,
No.
or not? Alright.
This isn't like him blasting you with
Yes.
all of his might. This is his emotions.
Yep.
So, slightly weaker.
9.
Cool.
At least it's not a 10. Flash out early, give ground, struggle past pain. Well, I did just I think, yeah. I think I just said that there's no reason to be afraid, but I think this gives plenty of reason to be afraid and maybe a bit hopeless in this situation. Flame Wizardmon and Dicestock both recoil at these waves of dark emotional energy, and then the camera sees them like falter, but then Dicestock's head like snaps back towards the ball of fire that it contains both Tirvamon and Flame Wizardmon, and his resolve. You can see that his resolve is restored, even though there's a hint of like fear and maybe hopelessness in his eyes. He's not really sure this can be done, but he's going to do his best to make sure that it works out.
Cool. While this is happening, Kageaki, Sonia, what are you two doing?
Just real quick, I think this is now like this would be the courageous thing that I was talking about. You know, he's literally giving his life almost to stop it.
I'll let you
Yes,
digivolve.
right.
Don't worry.
Yes.
But while you're digivolving, what is Sonia and Kageaki doing?
Well, Sonia is dipping out.
Oh, she had to dip out again. That's fair enough. I mean, if there's a family emergency, there's nothing to.
Okay, Kagayaki will try and grab some rubble with his tentacles and use them as a shield to get past the wall of fire and onto there.
Sure, you do that, no problem.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You
Kageaki,
see
what can we do?
What?
What can we do?
Fuck if I know, he's out of control. I'll try to do something if I get closer, I guess. First, I need to get closer. Well,
I think there's probably this like very bright white light coming through the ball of fire as well while this is happening.
okay, so I want to, with my eyes, scan the surroundings.
Okay, roll to assess the situation.
6. Nope, nothing.
It's a lot hard without your visor to take in all the information that you need in quick succession. Still getting used to the loss of your visor. Mark potential. I think we see you looking around for anything that can help you. And
Wait, can I? Don't we have team?
yes, you do have a team. You have one team at the moment.
Yes.
Do you want to?
So Kagayaki is. Yeah, I'd like to bump this up to a 7.
Okay.
So while Kagayaki is assessing the situation and trying to see where. Out of curiosity, what are you trying to? What question would you like answered?
Okay, what can I use to get Tirvamon's power back under control, basically?
All right, yeah. So in that case, Daisto is going to exposit basically that Tirvamon isn't in control of his powers. There are flashes of his dark emotions are holding him. There's something about him and Eutimio. I don't know. The dark powers are holding him, and trying to just exposit the information that Kagayaki might be able to use to figure out a solution to this.
So, what he can you use to what? Sorry, what's the question?
To get his powers back under control, so he'll stop being a walking calamity.
You'd need to somehow get Eutimio to help him regain control. You remember back to the start of this situation that Eutimio's Digivice stopped glowing, and that's when Tirvamon started losing control. You also hear from Taisto that a lot of the emotional turmoil that's being shot out of Tirvamon comes from Eutimio. You also haven't tried asking him what's wrong. He said, I can't control it, and then had the shit beating out of him.
I'm trying, okay? I haven't gotten to act yet.
I think Sonya can safely take off the beat the shit out of someone instead of talking to them no jutsu.
Yeah, that's precisely why I didn't want this to happen. Jesus Christ.
Are you back now, Sonya?
Yes, for now at least. Awesome. Yeah, some things are going on right now, sorry. Yeah, I'll talk about it later on, but yeah, no need to bog down the stream with this.
Yeah, no worries at all. But yeah, Kageyaki's just burst through the wall of fire. That's basically all you missed. He's assessed the situation, and he's like, "Can you beat me to help?"
Okay,
yeah,
and where the fuck is Eutimio?
He's with Sonya at the moment. You teleported him in, remember?
Oh, well.
Okay, then you get him. Okay, Sonya, we need Eutimio to help calm him down. I try to get closer and see if I can buy us time.
Sonya, you're caught between a rock and a hard place, because whilst getting Eutimio there will stop the calamity, or at least start the stop of it, you also realise that several innocent Digimon in the city have fallen into fissures and are grasping on for dear life. If you go with Eutimio and deliver Eutimio to Kagayaki, they will fall into the fissures. But if you go and help them out of the fissures, the calamity will go on for longer. What do you do?
If only there was a teleporting dog right there.
Alas.
I'm sorry.
Alas. Okay. Thanks, Sonya. I think Pilomon is still struggling right now.
Pilamon's still struggling against the darkness, yes.
Okay. Didn't we have a megaphone at some... Oh, yeah, I probably don't have it right now. So Pilomon is struggling. The little ones are there. Yes. Okay, Utimio, first, you probably should go and talk. It's going to be dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you right now. I don't really know if that's the safest option to go, but you're Tirvamon's partner, and you probably should. You're the one with the most chances to make him calm down somehow and control his inner darkness. I've done it previously, and I'm struggling right now with this, as you can see. But don't worry, it can be done. We'll be there with you, but you probably need to go and cheer him up first. Okay, I'll be back to help you right now. I need to run out and go and ask for help. Leomon, all the other Digimon, little ones, go and search. Gabumon, Otamamon, go search for the big Digimon and ask them for help and go everywhere safely. Ask for the stronger Digimon to help the little ones not not fall to their deaths, please. I know you can do it. You're very strong. You've evolved right now. You're making Mommy very proud. Okay. Okay, can I trust all of you right now?
We'll try, Mom. And this Gabumon
Okay.
says as he like runs in the opposite direction away from the dark energy. Utimio, however, looks frozen. He's like, I'm so scared. I don't want to go near him.
Okay, I don't have time for this. Don't have time for this. And Sonia will slap with you. Come on, right now. I know this is very, very scary. Trust me. I've dealt with this multiple times. Kageki also has to, and no one really wants to deal with this amount of horror. Frankly, this is really above all of us, and I empathize with you on this. But right now, right there, Thevamon is hurting and needs you the most. Okay? You're the only one right there. You're a chosen one like us, a Digidestined. And that means that sometimes we have to do some things that are really scary that we really don't want to do. But you can do this, okay? Look at me in the eyes, okay? You can. Do this. You're like one of... I've heard stories from Mr. Peter. He told me how resourceful you were, how smart and adventurous you were. Are you really going to let this scare you? Are you really going to let this overwhelm you? When this is your potentially best friends from the past that you can't remember right now, but your best partner that needs your help. Are you really going to let him go like this?
Can you roll to comfort and support him?
Comfort and support. I don't think I have influence over him, or do I? I don't know.
I think if anything, you've just gained influence over him.
I
with that
gain
speech.
influence over this. Ooh. Ooh. Does he count as one of the others? No, because it's
No,
chosen
he's
one.
not one of the others in the senses of your group of
God.
Digidestined.
Yeah, man.
He's a CGI background character.
Well, it's fine. We can do this week. 8. Well, that's.
Well, it's not bad. You only needed a 7 to do it. So when you comfort and support someone, you get a 7. It basically just means that you don't clear a condition and you don't add a team to the pool, but you actually do. They hear you.
Well, it's fine.
Utimio says, "You're right. I'm the only one that can do this." He grabs his Digivice and holds it close to his chest, and it glows white. He jumps through the flames, and he clumsily rolls through the fire into the middle with Kagiaki and Taisto. And he says, "Tirvamon, stop, please, come to your senses." He says as he walks towards the ball of fire that Mistymon and Tirvamon are locked in. "You don't have to struggle. You don't have to have this pain. Look, I'm here for you," he says. as he takes another step forward. Taisto, what are you and Misty Mom doing?
Yes. I think Taisto and Mistimon realized that the way forward, as Kakayaki correctly did. Kakayaki actually tell us what the solution is.
Yeah,
Can
he
we
yelled
act
it.
on
He
the
yelled it out at
information?
Sonia, so you probably heard.
All right, excellent. Yes. All right. In that case, I think they realized that they need to facilitate this reunion between the two of them and the ball of fire. The ball of fire, we see from inside the ball of fire as where Mistimon is holding onto the dark, the Tyramon that's emanating these dark waves, and you can see that his armor is getting banged up by them. There's like scorching, that these like bits of data are scorching out of him as he tries to hold on, and then he changes his he takes hold of Tyramon in a different way, and then tries to push him down to the ground, and with his other hand he holds it up, and the ball of fire turns into this kind of like a funnel up to the sky, and it tries to basically, he wants to, instead of just trying to hold it all inside the ball of fire, he wants to funnel all this dark energy up into the sky where it can't hurt the citizens, but he's in the way because he needs to hold Tyramon down so that Tyramon doesn't do something weird, or I don't know.
Cool. So,
Basically, what he wants to do, I actually just already explained what he wants to do.
so he's funneling the dark energy upwards so it can't hurt anybody, and you're letting Eutimio into the ball. Is that the idea?
The ball kind of changes into a funnel. Like basically, it's a bit different. Doesn't obstruct the interaction with someone from the outside. So the ball kind of turns into a funnel, and then there's this sky beam of dark energy that Mistimon is standing in, that emanates from Tyramon. There's no ball of fire anymore. Thing.
We see.
I'm not sure if I'm just from this reroll.
I don't think you need to roll for that. I think that's fine. It's something that's well within Mistymon's abilities. I think we see Tyramon say to Eutimio, "But you abandoned me. You left me alone to rot, decay, curse everything I touch. You said that I wasn't worth being your partner. What I could do and what kept happening was something you didn't want to be a part of. You left. How can I trust you now after you come back and say all these things? How?" You get another wave of darkness that shoots out. Everybody feels the pain that Tyramon is feeling in his chest right now. This overwhelming sense of abandonment and guilt. And it actually pushes you out of your own bodies. And you get this weird sensation of you're looking over your own shoulder. You see Eutimio struggle to keep walking forwards, and he falls to his knees, and he's like, what's happening? I can't see properly." Kageaki, Sonia, Kristo, you're all having an out-of-body experience. What do you do?
Ooh, well,
It was
I
fascinating.
think investigate the meta planes.
As fascinating as this is, I need to clear a way for him. Can I still I tried to cast.
What are you trying to cast?
Tentacles, fireballs, just throwing Randall out of his way, guiding him to Tirvamon.
Okay, so you're trying to push him, is the idea.
Yes.
Could you roll to unleash your powers?
I don't know, could I?
Well, you could, and you could not. Decision's up to you, really.
I will unleash my soul. 10.
Nice! So you do it. Yeah, you from outside of your own body, you raise your arm, and it's like you're seeing yourself in the third person, and your own body raises its arm, and you start drawing digirunes in the air. And it's a lot more difficult because you're not inside your own body to control your finger properly. And somehow, by some miracle, you manage to get the hang of it and start drawing it correctly. And these tentacles erupt from the ground. They grab Eutimio and push his body forwards towards where Tirfamon is. And he manages to reach out and grab Tirfamon. He says, "You don't have to be alone anymore. Please, just take my hand. We can be partners again. I promise I won't leave you. I don't know what I did to you before. I don't remember what happened. But please believe me when I say I know the pain you're going through. I can feel every ounce of it." And we see Tirvamon reach out and take Eutimio's hand, and the white light from his digivice glows bright, and we see the dark energy erupting from around Tirfamon start to calm down a little bit. And Tirfamon says, "Eutimio, please, you have to help me. The curse that's been placed on me, it just causes destruction wherever I go. I need you to help me lift it, please." And we see Eutimio nod solemnly, and Tirfamon closes his eyes, and his body glows purplish black as he turns into a black sword that gets buried in the ground where he was stood. And the dark energy stops. Tirfamon? Tirfamon, what happened? As he reaches out towards the sword, and this little black lightning shoots out and hits Eutimio's hand. He's like, I don't understand. What happened to Tirfamon?
I mean, I know out of character, but I don't think Sonia would know.
That's new.
We see
Wait.
at this exact moment, Leomon, Mudfrigimon, Stella run onto the scene. They start helping people out of the craters. Everyone else, what are you doing now that the threat seems to be neutralized? What's your first instinct now that Tirfamon seems to have just transformed into a blade?
Go and hug Pilomon and see if she's okay.
Sure, so we get a heartfelt emotional scene of you hugging Pilomon, brushing the debris off her forehead, making sure she's okay. She's battered and bruised, and she looks up at you. The darkness starts to fade.
You did it! You did it again! You're amazing, Pilomon.
We did good, huh?
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. Oh,
Hey.
thank God.
She says she reaches up and wipes the tear from your cheek. There's no need to cry. Everyone's okay. We're all together still.
You're right. You're right. We did it. We managed to do it.
And I think this heartfelt, happy scene of you having a family together is interrupted.
God damn it.
As
Every
always,
time!
Damn it.
a wave of force erupts around you. Taisto, Kageaki, Mistymon, Sanglutmon, you all get blown back away from the blade. But the energy isn't coming from the blade. The energy is coming from above you. It seems to be a large gust of wind. Hot wind. And we see a Digimon the size of a skyscraper land around the debris and rubble of the city. He reaches down, grabs the blade, and rips it out of the ground and holds it high. His body is armoured and covered in chrome digizoid.
Oh, fuck, no.
His skin is black. He has 2 long zigzagged katanas sealed in their hilt at either side of him. It's a very familiar Digimon that you've only seen as a statue before. Gaiomon stands before you.
Oh!
You... Give it back. It's not yours. What are you doing with our friend?
He looks down at the children standing before him. He looks around at the Digimon. He points the blade directly at Sanglutmon. He says, "Get in my way and perish. I have business with this one."
Well, time for me to perish then!
And then we cut to black.
Oh, man. Ah, no.
I get it, we cut to black because it's a black blade.
We cut to black because we all perished. It didn't even take a second.
I hope you enjoyed today's session of Digimon.
It was
I
really
would
good.
like to
It was
do-
a really good.
The end of the session moves. So everybody mark potential if you would like to.
Always.
And
I'm a man,
tell
damn
me,
it.
Never.
have you grown closer to the others, further away from the others, or into your own image of yourself? And we'll start with Kageaki this time.
I can't be asked to think. Someone fuck me up.
Ooh, okay.
I'm too well afraid.
I mean, you've already maxed kind right now, I think so.
It's not fun if you look.
No, but I remember this. That was a big deal, this session.
Oh, it's going to be so bad.
Which ones were locked with
Savior.
you again? Savior? Only Savior?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Superior plus, Reckless down?
Aha! Get outmaneuvered! I will tap into my angry!
Oh no.
Aha.
Uh,
I just
Should have
realized
gone
that
for
Kagayaki is only three potential behind Taisto anymore.
Ah, yeah,
Yes,
potential.
because I'm a man, damn it, I'm not a coward.
Taisto is slowly catching up
You're
after Kagayaki keeps rolling fails.
Yep.
Taisto, you can go next. Did you grow closer to the others, further away from
Sure.
them, or into your own image?
I think it was into the own image. Let me just yeah, own image. There's been a lot of Taisto's done a lot of self-reflection. Jesus, I can't even talk anymore. And he's chatted with a lot of people and blah 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 blah, and knows things. And because I think I'm going to raise his unique and lower his superior.
Okay.
He's a bit. It's a bit strange because I think both unique and superior kind of represent this kind of like lonerism. But I think
unique is more the lonerism aspect. It's about being alone and left out and separate from the others, whereas superior is about being better than other people, and seeing yourself as being better than other people. I think there's a slight difference. So one is basically
but they're both in a, I get but they're both different like flavors of lone wolf.
Yeah.
And I think if I had to pick one of them, it would be the unique flavor instead of the superior flavor.
Okay.
Which is why unique up and superior down, basically.
Okay. In that case, Sonia.
Okay, so before the whole end moves thingy, I'd like to go with the balance tracker for a while, because I believe we talked about the darkness once or twice this episode, certainly at the very last moment, but at the beginning when we were congratulating ourselves about beating the darkness, that's technically counts, so that would maybe make it a 2. And protecting innocence, I definitely protected the little ones when the house crumbled. Afterwards, probably also 2, but that's more the everyone else that helped Sonia to do it.
Yeah,
So.
I would like you to gain 3 balance though.
Yeah.
I think that's
boop
fair.
boop boop. Level up. So that's done. I'll gain. Well, I'll keep the curse one, I guess. Yeah. So there is an argument to be made that I grew into the own image of myself. The problem with that is I don't see a good argument for bringing any label down from this, because nothing I did made me less savior, made me less of a savior, less superior, or less kind. If anything, everything maybe less reckless, but even then, not really, maybe. So I'd say I grew closer to Kagayaki this session because he was there right when I needed him, like he promised he would. I also grew closer to Itimio, but he doesn't count because he's not real.
He's a NPC.
Yeah, he's
He's not
imaginary.
real.
Is Timio? He's imaginary.
Ooh.
Okay, what was locked for you?
Unique. Only unique.
Let's see. Savior up.
Savior up, okay.
Are we still good?
We're still good so far.
Okay, and let's go superior down.
Okay, I'm fine with this.
Haha!
These two, I've been switching back and forth for the beginning. Well, that's good for me. Anything else?
I think that's it. So I guess we'll do. Well, I don't even know if there is an after scenes credits that I could do at this point. Let me have a think. Or an after credits scene, sorry. Let's see. What have we got in my notes? Yeah, I don't think there's anything to after credit scene in this episode. I think we're on track. I think a lot of stuff happened. I don't think I want to add more turmoil to what's going on. So yeah, I think we'll just close there and come back in the next episode of Digimon Vortex to face off against Skyomon, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're gonna kick his ass or talk to him and make him our friends. Yes.
I'm going to sacrifice myself for some Lukman or die trying.
Yeah.
Cool. To everybody
really...
watching the stream, thanks for watching. I will end the stream now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, etc. Shameless shills. And we'll be back potentially next week. We'll decide later if we were all free on the Sunday.
Yeah.